everyone, it's Teresa. How you doing today? Well, I promised I would show you how I made those hearts that I put on my journal page. So we're going to do that today. Now I'm going to show you some supplies you're going to need, and you can make your own texture paste. I have not done it, but if I have to, I will do it. There are links everywhere on how to do that. You just have to look up homemade texture paste. I'm going to show you the molds that I use. I use this, and then I used this. This one did not work. One, because I was naughty and I pulled it up too soon. These take a little while to dry, so if your texture paste is a little runny or thinner, just add some cornstarch to it. I used the, let me get it out here. Sorry for wiggling you. I used this, which is texture paste colored. And I did a journal page on this too. But anyway, this one is a little thinner. See if I can get the lid off here. See how it's a little thinner? And I was impatient and I thought it was dry. And it absolutely wasn't. And what I did is I tore it and ripped it. So my suggestion is for you to let it sit for a day or two, depending upon your area. Now, I have no snow in the forecast, and it was warm, and I thought, it's dry, it's perfect, it's fine. It wasn't. What was dry were these and these. Now, these, like I said, are fondant molds, and I found these at Hobby Lobby, inexpensive. This is also a fondant mold from Hobby Lobby. It's big. So I'm going to show you how this turned out. There's no special adhesion or to prevent it whatsoever. You don't need to add anything to your molds to help pull it up. You just need patience, and that was hard for me. So I made this one out of the silver. And I keep these jars, and I'll make my own little seal for these for colored texture paste down the road. I'm going to use a lot of these and look for more molds down the road. I'm trying to get my thoughts together today. I'm a little blundered. So that's what this one looks like. Do you see the detail of that? It's amazing. That one goes here. Then the next one is this one in the center, and that one turned out just as beautiful. Now, the only trick to this is having a thicker paste that's not so wet and gummy. So that's why I said make your own. I ran out for this one, but I love it. Do you see how amazing that is? So what I did is I took, excuse me, as much as I had and went here, and I was done. But this is just wonderful. We're going to do some stuff with these down the road. So exciting. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to put these aside. They will tear and break, but my suggestion is we're ladies and gents, we can be delicate. So now I made these, okay, out of the red in this. And I made this one. Get the color in here there correctly. That one goes there. I made this one. There's a hair on it. That one goes there. This one has to be my favorite. There's just something about the lattice work. Oops. Dropping it. That one goes there. And then we have this one, which all you do if you have something like that is you just trim it off. Don't pull it because you'll break it. Then you just set that right there. These are wonderful things to have for your pages. They glue down perfectly. Just takes a little bit of Mod Podge or decoupage, doesn't matter. Whatever you have in hand. And when you look for a pattern, you want to make sure that it's consistent and they touch. Because I have another one I haven't tried yet. I'm coming with that one. I have this one. And I'm not sure if we can do anything out of it, but I thought we'd give it a shot today anyway. So we're going to make some of these. and we'll do an unmolding together. But I want to show you what happens if you don't wait. You can still use it. The one I did for this didn't take either because I pulled it off. It was too wet. So I'm going to save these, and there's still texture. The same with the green that broke. See, now it's brittle and dry. That would have been perfect today. So if you have a really wet texture paste and you don't want to add cornstarch to it or baby powder, my suggestion is let it go for 2 to 3 days. It's not going to hurt your mold. This will wash right out. And besides, I don't use these for food. My dad's not into the fussy stuff. We know this. So how I put this in here was I took a spoon. I bought these spoons at a hardware store, Menards to be exact. There were 50 of them for 50 cents. This is wonderful because they're an ice cream spoon and they're very flexible but very rigid. So you have no problem putting that stuff in there. So I'm going to use some Liquitex flexible molding paste. And I'm going to scoop some up. It's a big scoop, Teresa. And I'm going to go right here. And we're just going to try to see if we can get something to happen here. Just like frosting a cake, buttering your toast. You just want to make sure that the places where you put this are connected. I like the spoon better because it lifts it and I can put it back in the jar, scrape it up with the other side again, and just keep maneuvering it. Whereas with a knife, I'd worry about cutting the mold. So we're going to see how this works. If it doesn't work, I'm not upset about it. I'll just use it for texture. I don't consider it a waste to try to experiment, because if you're afraid to experiment, I'll do it for you. When it comes to the art room, anything else in life, no. But this is going to be pretty interesting because you can make whatever you want to make out of these. And not everybody has the same molds. Therefore, your creations are going to be your own unique masterpieces. You're going to tell where you have them put. I'm going over it one too many times there. A light hand will do you best just to pull it off. You can see right here I need to smooth some more down, so I'm going to pull that down. And you can see here where I need to put more, like this. So we're going to let this dry for a day and we'll unmold it because this video is done on Saturday for Monday. Planning ahead. I'm going to wipe the rest of that off here. Put it in some water. Take my finger and wipe my finger off. And with the rest, I want to do the gold. It's going to be more fun. I'm going to set this on a level surface to dry because I want it to be perfectly safe without having it bubble up and not being to the pretty corners. You're seeing me wipe my hands off again. So I have a water bin. I am going to clean that off. I also have a plastic spatula from Decor. And what I like to do is this. Pull that seal off like that over to the side. This is thick. I'm going to just put this here. Move the lid aside. Put that there. And I'm going to gently just smooth this into the crevices of this mold. You're hearing it rake across. Some of it's a little dry on the top, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep smoothing this in. I want you to see every bit of it. Now you could do this to some really old stamps that are some pretty cool ways to do things. that have deep ridges, just make sure that it's not one that cost you $30. Go to your thrift stores. You can use those plastic placemats, bath mats, anything. Trust me, it will be just fine. I'm trying to make sure that I've got all of these holes filled, as it's gold and it's glaring. It's okay, I don't mind. I'm going to make a pretty long strip of this. And I keep the jar, so when I buy items, I've always say I recycle. And I recycle and I recycle. So if it has a twist-on lid, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to clean it out and I'm going to keep it. I see we're over the 10-minute mark and I will be right back. Alright, here we go. I have to keep it, like I say in every video, under the 10-minute mark, or it takes me days to upload. Even with super fast internet. But that happens in life, you know. You have to wait sometimes. I'm just going to keep adding a few more layers of this gold. Yep, you can see. I just want to make sure you can see everything. There's no magic tricks. You're just going to dry it, pull it off, and have some fun. Now, I learned this from Anne's channel. She had watched someone do this as well. So I'm going to credit her and have her channel link below with what she had done. And Cindy had done it as well. And I will link hers below as well. And they're going to show you fails and they're going to show you successful items too. So if you feel like you failed, just keep trying. So we're not quitters. This is well worth the effort. And like I said, you can use the items you have behind or you broke in other areas. Texture it up, kids. Alright, where's my lid? Here's my lid. So I'm not going to do any more of these. I'm going to move on to a little one. I'm going to set this over here to dry. I use my kitchen table because we don't eat at it. So that's my story. I'm sticking with it. Let's do these. These can be tricky. I like it when things are difficult. I get to conquer the world. And these were getting pretty dry, so I decided I was going to use these up. Not because I don't like the product, but if it dries up, I waste it. We don't waste here. So I'm going to pull this across. Yep, I'm going to pull it across. Make sure every part of this is on there. Just like this. And whoopsie. It cleans up with just soap and water. I'm not worried about it. But I like to make sure I go over it a few times. Very gently. And then lift this up. Pick this up with my finger. Put it back in the jar. Take the baby wipe. Clean up my mess. Such is the case, sirrah, sirrah. We're going to do a few more of these. And I'm going to show you, when they're dry, we'll unmold them together. How exciting. There's a specific way to unmold. So if you're worried about the unmolding process, I'm going to give you some pointers. That's what I'm all about, giving pointers. So I found these, which you see they're cut up in ways. I found this mold at Michael's in the baking section, as it's 2 for fondant. And that baking section's my friend because I can do anything and everything with that stuff. Well, let me tell you, friends. They have things there for your art that you'll have so much fun. The puzzle mold was there and everything else. Okay, see that's a little thin in some areas. I'm going to go back. Right there especially. You really want to hit your outer edges a few times just to make sure that they're there. And I'm going to show you a blender. Another blender. I'm going to show you that too. Because I'm good about sharing the process. Because, you know, I've been told it's perfect. Why is it perfect? I don't know. Do you ever fail? Absolutely. And that's how you become a perfectionist. And that's also how you learn to let go. Yep, that's how you learn to let go. Let's do this big bad boy. I'm taking my knife because I have a lot on there. And I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to take my spoon. I know you're going to laugh, but I have silverware designated for the art room. Yes, I do. I have a knife and a fork. And I have plastic, that is, not the real stuff. I feel like it's more important to have other items to play with. In case I get tired of replacing paintbrushes, I'll just go to my plastic silverware. Yay! Alright, here we go. Gonna make sure, like I said, all of the crevices on the outer part are full. Some are a little empty. Can tell by standing over it. And these are going to be great for Valentine's Day. Ooh. Might make some tags out of these. How pretty would that be? We're going to see. I'm new to all of that, so I like to really keep going back after it until I feel like I've got it perfect and then keep doing it anyway. That's my mindset. Now this will peel off, the stuff that's excess will peel off your mold, so you don't have to be worrying about it. I guarantee you're going to love the process. It is messy, but you know, art is messy, life is messy. It just means we get to get our hands dirty and we have toys to play with inexpensively. Alright, let's try this little one. So I'm going to clean, put that there. That has a little bit of the red there yet, but it doesn't bother me if it mixes. It's just going to be more fun. Now when you make your texture paste or you buy a big jug of texture paste that's flexible, you can color it with acrylic, you can color it with eyeshadows, powders, you can even color it with food coloring. Yes, food coloring. Just add a little more. So if you have a liquid food coloring, you're going to add a little powder to your mix. Doesn't hurt it, it'll be fine. There'll be no bugs or anything like that to get into it. You'll be just fine. The only thing you're going to want to do is unmold them fast and start using them quickly. And that's where I tell you, stop. Walk away. Don't do it. You'll get these. But that's okay because I'm still going to use those as well. I'm going to set that over there to dry. Clean this up. We're going to do one more. And I'm going to leave you alone. Then we're going to unveil these. How fun. So I see that I'm almost out of this gold. Yay. Didn't go to waste. My conscience isn't bothering me. Because I know what's going on art. Then what I do is I take some cleanser with hot water, put it in the bottle and let it soak overnight. Comes right out. I love doing this. Stay away from the edges, Teresa. I'm going to give this a pretty good layer. Oh, how exciting. Can you believe we're having fun? Now this is going to sit, excuse me, for over 24 hours. And I'm going to do that and keep my rule to myself that don't touch it. Because that's the hard part. I want to play with it. So I'm going to just scoop this up. And I'm going to go right there. We'll keep working it. Because this is one of the tricky molds that has a lot of detail. And if I don't put the detail in there, I'm in trouble. You can get air pockets too that will cause a problem. So I just make sure the paste is on there as good as I can get it, and I'm going to leave it alone. Make sure I've got it all in there though, because I'm being a little anal about it. So I recommend, if you don't have it on hand, to make your own. From what I've read, it takes school glue, some acrylic paint, and cornstarch or baby powder. The recipes are all online and things like that. I'm just going to use what I have here at home. And the next part of this will be unveiling it. I'll see you then. Bye for now. Okay, we're back. Now I didn't let these sit for 24 hours. I can't. This is the problem with me. We're back a couple hours later. Well, let's see how we did. This one, I want to wait, but I don't have the patience. You're gonna pull very carefully. Can tell. I get a little nervous. You get nervous when you do this? I do. I can feel a wee bit of stickiness, but not too very bad. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bend gently. Very gently bend. Don't pull roughly, let it just come naturally. I could tell this one could have used another couple of hours. Heck, but that's alright. We're having fun. So you can see where we're squeezing it, right? That's gonna be tricky, sailors. This on the side's bothering me, but look how cool that is. Oh, pretty, pretty. Now I should have cleaned the green out of this, but I told you it doesn't matter to me. You can stretch this too, so you're going to want to be careful with something this long. Golly darn, that's the first one I made of that one. Look at that. Get that out of the way. I'm nervous. Look. Dang, lovies, you're good luck to me. I'm going to have to put some of these in Happy Meal. They're going to be delicate. But who cares, right? Look at that. I'm going to move my diet soda over to the corner and make a little nest. This one I don't know is going to work. I'm going to try. I don't know. I'm going to work hard at it. I don't think this one. Well, let's see what we got here. Yep, it's gonna work. We just have to be gentle. Something I'm not used to. Well, will you look at this? You guys are my good luck charms. Thank you. Look at that go. Slow down. Don't get excited. You're coming to the end, Teresa. Oh, look at that. A simple trim of scissors right there. And this is ready to make something really pretty. That's spectacular. Oh, let's try this big one. No, we know the golds. We're going to remove those two, but let's try this one. I don't know about this. This is the one I think is going to be our failure. But if it is, heck, we tried. Right? Okay, I don't know. I have to get some room up here. I'd love to make that. I don't know. I'm scared. Alright, let's just go for it. Start pulling ends up here. Sometimes if you leave a little bit of that extra on the side, that's going to help you lift out of your mold. As you can see, I'm trying not to be grabbing it with guy paws, because I don't have guy paws, but I do tend to grab things a little roughly. Okay, here we go. This one's a little tacky. That's okay. By tacky, I mean wet. Let's give it a go, shall we? Oh. It is I have to pull that back up. I see the problem. We got it. Everything's intact. Look what it did. I can go in and trim that out. Oh, how cool is that? It worked. I didn't think it was going to, though. Like I said, when you want to mold your items, you want to make sure that every piece has a place to touch, but wow, that's gorgeous. Alright, I'm going to move that aside because my hands are shaky. Isn't it wonderful? We're having success, friends. I'm not wasting your time. Okay, here we go. I can feel this one's a little tacky too yet. I'm not getting cocky, I'm pulling, because I've done this one before. Oh, pretty, pretty. And perfect. I can still smell that it's a little damp. But you know what? It's a clean release. Oh! I'm telling you, you can do this. Look at that. Let's get this ugly thing out of the way so you can actually see it. Oh my. Look at how pretty that is. Simple trim of the scissors again. We're having successfulness here. I'm not used to it. Sometimes I like to just come in and experiment. If I fail in front of it, yeah, we did it. And this one here is just amazing, but I can still feel that one's really sticky. Yeah, that's gonna dry. Let's try these hearts, shall we? Now for these, you're gonna wanna break the sides apart by pulling pretty down. Let me start that again. By pulling down pretty firm and letting it release. These are the ones I usually let wait a little longer because they're so detailed. Sometimes you just go in gung-ho and get her done. Alright. It's gonna turn out okay, friends. And that is done. You trim it with scissors. You can take a little needle tool and poke the little ends out, no big deal. It's going to be fine. Let's try this one. Bend the ends, break the seals, like that, and go in gently, Teresa. If you have fingernails, this might be a little harder for you. My fingernails are gone right now. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. All I do too, I went grocery shopping and they put 5 tons of food in one bag. Don't do what I just did, that was pretty stupid. Take your scissors instead. Yeah, I was leaned all the way down to the table surface. I do that when I get excited. And that is fun. Just simple little scissor snips, my loves. That's it. And it has its red friend right here. Do you see how cool that is? Yeah, let's do these last 2 and then we'll end it. I hope you do try these if you can find the items inexpensively. Remember, don't do them expensive. It takes the fun out. Alright, let's go in. I'm just absolutely shocked. I bought these for clay and run these through the embossing machine of my Cuttlebug. But then I saw I wanted to play with them like this. That one come out nice and clean too. One more to do, kids. Breathe deep. You got it. After you do this a few times, you start to become a pro at it, and the faster you will move. I guarantee this is something that you're going to really love to do. You're going to find new ways to play with your molds and things like that, and that's what I want you to do. Remember, we do things here in multiple ways. If it was the same way and we couldn't use it in, oh, I don't know, 5.5 million different ways, why would we buy it? That's my motto. So, my friends, my lovies, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you here so you can go shopping at your value stores. Because I do believe you have better dollar stores than we do. You have better products anyway. So bless me to be in your life. Bless me to be on your journey. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. I had a wonderful day. Yes, it's been a day waiting for these to dry. I wanted to touch them an hour after they were done, but I waited like 3 or 4 because my dad's like, don't do it, you're going to get mad. He's right. I want you to stay safe, stay cool, stay warm, stay relaxed, stay loved. Most importantly, be sassy. Oh, you have to bring the sass. That's fun. Be kind to one another, though, when you do be sassy, okay? Don't hurt anybody. That's not nice. We don't do that. We just like to be a little sassy. You know what I'm saying? I trust you know where I'm going with this. Have a great, safe evening. Much love and many hugs to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.